All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Victory Brewing Company, and they are out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, and this is their Berry Monkey. So they're calling this one a Fruited Sour Tripel, and on the side here it says ale with raspberries and other natural flavors. It comes in at 9.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, I don't know exactly how old this bottle is, but it does have a best by date of August 11, 2022. And right now we're just under 2 months away from that date. So we should be, actually take that back, just under 3 months away from that date. So we're more than fine. So yeah, I had no idea this existed until about, I don't know, a couple months ago. I had a viewer of the channel, Rogue Culinarian. They posted a comment on my Sour Monkey video, which a lot of people, there's a lot of views on that video on my channel, and a lot of people saying that it gives them acid reflux or tastes like acid reflux, and other people loving it. For me, that beer, I gave it a 3.6 out of 5. It was good, but it wasn't as good as Golden Monkey or some other variants of Golden Monkey for me personally, but a lot of people love that beer. And they said that the current Sour Monkey seems like they changed the recipe, because it used to say, I believe, Fruited Sour Brett Tripel, brewed with Brettanomyces, and it seems like the new Sour Monkey recipe doesn't have Brett in it, or if it does, they don't flaunt it on the label. So that was interesting. Then they mentioned that there's Berry Monkey out and they loved it. So they're like, if you could review it, or if you can get your hands on it. I was like, I'm totally down to review another Victory beer within their Monkey series. And sure enough, it showed up and I grabbed one. So this is basically, from what I can gather, it's their Sour Monkey with raspberries. That's what it is. On the side here, it says a sour berry twist. Perfectly fruity sour triple ale loaded with raspberries that add just the right balance of sweetness and tang with a smooth finish. It's undeniably good. Undeniably very good. Let's see what they did there. It says malt, pilsner, hops, Tetanang, and brewmaster's approval from Bill and Ron. So anyway, I'm hoping this is better than Sour Monkey. Like I said, I didn't dislike Sour Monkey. I didn't love about that beer was it seemed to me like everything was muted in it. So it wasn't bad, but it hit the alcohol extremely well at 9.5%. So hoping this does the same. I love raspberry, so I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one more. Hashtag not really, term of the good proper glassware, but kind of close. Golden Monkey. Anyway, let's give it a pour here. So in the bottle, it doesn't really have that same kind of look to it that I thought, but in the glass, and it's probably you're not going to notice it, I don't think, on the camera. I don't think you're going to notice at all. But in the glass, it has this very, very slight, like pink hue. Ever so slight. You're not going to see it on camera, I guarantee it. But in the glass, it has this very slight, it has like this straw golden yellow, but like straw golden color with a slight, very, like 0.3% slight pink hue to it. Had about a finger of a bright white head that is now dissipated to pretty much a thin film. It has a nice cloudiness to it, but yeah. So when it comes to like Belgian-style triples, they're not my favorite. Any kind of lighter Belgian, like I'm a big fan of quads and Belgian strong darks and doubles. The triples and like Belgian strong blondes and things of that nature, not my favorite. But I do like Golden Monkey, and I'm hoping that this is nice. Okay, so yeah, it has. The one theory that I think is that maybe they didn't kettle sour the original Sour Monkey, and then they got rid of the Brett and just kettle soured because it's much easier. That would be my thinking. But yeah, there's a nice raspberry kind of blast here on the nose. Not super sweet. It has just like a nice fruity, like ripened strawberry kind of aroma. Underneath it, it has like a little bit of lemon. There's a tartness, a sourness that you can kind of smell. A little bit of other fruity things like an apricot, like stone fruit. Very slight Belgian yeast kind of ester thing going on. Like a fruity ester. Yeah, I mean, again, my channel is all about honesty. I'm just one man. I'm reviewing beers, giving you my opinion. So there's going to be someone's going to come and watch this video at some point and be like, I disagree with you. And that's the beauty of beer tubing, is that I can sit here and tell you one thing about a beer. Somebody else will come in and be like, no, I totally disagree. I think it's this. And you know why? We all have different palates. We all have different tastes. But what I'm smelling right now is starting to conjure up memories of the Sour Monkey, where there were nice notes, but it just smelled so subdued. For something almost 10%, I want to be punched in the nostrils. I want to be punched in the face with flavors. And while I'm getting a very, fresh ripened strawberry kind of character and a little bit of that Belgian yeast and some of the malt character, for something that's almost 10%, it's subdued. It's very slight. It's not bad. It's 9.5%. I'm just expecting a little bit more. It smells pretty solid though. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. And thanks again to Rogue Culinarian for the recommendation. Okay. 100% that's better than Sour Monkey for me. Wow, I really like that raspberry character. Holy shit. Is this a dry beer though? Wow, is this dry. Be curious to see what other people think about this because this is super fucking dry. Holy shit. Yeah, this is crazy. Wow. Okay, so let me go body. The one knock I had multiple knocks on Sour Monkey, but the one thing that was very noticeable was the body and the mouthfeel of Sour Monkey. It was really lacking. It was thin. This is thin for something 9.5%, but I think it's more like medium bodied. I like to see this higher side of medium, lower side of full at almost 10%. So it is a bit thin, but it's not as thin as Sour Monkey. Wow. The mouthfeel, though, very carbonated. Lots of spritzy carbonation dancing on the tongue. Yeah, lots of carbonation. It's relatively smooth after that carbonation kind of dissipates, but very carbonated. I will tell you this right now, though. This is one of the most dry... This is the driest beer I've probably had in a long time. This is, like, it's crazy because the dryness probably coming from the alcohol in conjunction with that sour note, because this, to me, has more of a tart, almost approaching sour kind of feel to it than Sour Monkey had. Right at the forefront, and it carries on through the palate. It's a predominant note. It rides through the entire palate, are those raspberries. It's fresh, ripened raspberries, sweet and tart, and pretty damn delicious right at the front of the palate. Passes through, it's great. But right after that raspberry hits and continues, over top of the raspberries comes this big, like, lemony tartness. And that hits like maybe a third of the way through the palate, and that carries on through the back. And by the time you get to the back of the palate, it has dried out. This is absolutely, for me, the definition of a bone-dry beer. Like, my mouth right now is devoid of any saliva. It's just, it's crazy. I want to go back to drink it because it's like, oh, it's a liquid. Let's see. It's really nice. Oh, wait, it's not. Yeah, it's super dry. This beer is higher side of tart, lower side of sour. It's definitely more tart and sour than Sour Monkey. I think the problem I have with this beer along with Sour Monkey is everything that Golden Monkey is, it kind of takes away from. I'm only getting a very slight reminiscent type of feel from the Belgian yeast. It's more like an apricot mango kind of like a yeast ester. It seems like the sour component of this one and the raspberries dominate. So I don't know you would necessarily need to use the Golden Monkey base or the Sour Monkey base for this one. I love the raspberry characteristic to this one, but I feel like the base beer, Sour Monkey, just isn't something that resonates with me personally. That said, I do enjoy this one much more than the regular Sour Monkey. There's a little bit of there's a moderate, like, kind of acidic feel on the back of the throat. When people say Sour Monkey tastes like acid reflux or that they get acid reflux, I totally get them because I'm probably going to get acid reflux from this. It's not that it's super sour, it just has a high acidity, which typically for me causes the acid reflux. The 9.5 is hitting extremely well. Outside of that, like, bone dry kind of feeling, there's no like big warmth in the chest, a little bit of warmth, but not a big one. Nothing on the palate that would scream high ABV other than, again, the big dryness, which I think is coming from the alcohol in conjunction with the sour aspect. This is definitely better than Sour Monkey to me, though. I love that raspberry character. That raspberry character was the predominant note throughout the palate, because I feel the halfway point, I think I said earlier, is predominant note. It is about halfway through the palate. And then the second half, it's that dryness and that acidic and kind of like tart feeling. If it just carried on through the palate as the predominant note, I think this would be an amazing beer. To me, though, it's really good. I enjoy it more than Sour Monkey. But I'm definitely one and done with this. It's 9.5%. I'd be one and done regardless. But this is something that I don't think I drink multiple bottles of just because of the dry factor. But yeah, so I would say it's worth picking up. If you like Sour Monkey and you like raspberries, I cannot see how this is a miss for you. If you like Old Monkey and you thought Sour Monkey was all right, give this a try because I feel like the raspberries definitely bring a different kind of look to the beer, a different feeling that I think is worth giving a try because the price point on this is really good. We'll talk about it momentarily. But Berry Monkey from Victory, no problems giving that a straight 4 out of 5. I gave Sour Monkey a 3.6 out of 5. This is much better than that. And I think the raspberries kind of save this beer for me and make it pretty damn tasty. 4 out of 5 for this one. Can't go much higher. If not for the raspberries, it'd be probably, it's Sour Monkey, so it'd be like a 3.6. Anyway, price and availability. I believe I picked up a single, and I think a single was like $229, $239. I want to say a 6-pack of this was like $13 in my area, $14 for something that's 9.5%, has raspberries, Sour Tripel for fucking $2.39 a bottle. Like, it's a great deal. I mean, it really is. And Victory's price points are usually pretty damn good. So for less than 14 or less for a 6-pack of that, like, yeah, it's a great deal. Availability, wherever you see Victory. You see Victory, Gold Monkey, or Sour Monkey, you should see this at some point if you haven't already. I'd imagine this will be available throughout, at least the first part of summer. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. So once again, thanks to Road Colladarian for mentioning this one. They pretty much said, hey, this one just came out. Have you had it? And I was like, no, but if I see it, I'm going to grab it. And sure enough, it did. And I grabbed it, and here we are reviewing it. And I'm glad I did because it definitely is better than Sour Monkey for my palate. Now, if you've had Sour Monkey and this one, if you've had both versions, the old school Sour Monkey, which says it was a Sour Brett Triple, and the newer one that just says Sour Triple, let me know what you think about it in comparison to the Berry Monkey, because I think the Berry Monkey is better than the old Brett. I haven't had the new Sour Monkey without the Brett. I don't know if it's a new one. I don't know if they changed recipes. They definitely switched up the wording on the label, though, so that would mean to me that they indicate that the Brett isn't as prominent or shouldn't be in the beer. And not that it shouldn't be in the beer, but like it shouldn't be prominently displayed because maybe it doesn't affect it as much. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I think Victory put out a pretty good variation of Sour/Gold Monkey, and I'm here drinking it. And if you've had it before, let me know what you think about it. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.